Good morning, children. This is English for class 8. Okay, so this is for 16th January. Now, children, today's topic, can you guess? Yes, it is speech writing. In school, also, in the morning assembly, remember you used to deliver speech. Yes, I hope you remember. Okay, so shall we begin? Okay, let's begin. St. Peter's School recently held a special assembly on the occasion of World Environment Day. Amber, a student of class 8, was asked to write a speech for the occasion. The topic of the speech was how to keep our surroundings clean. Let's join Amber as she brainstorms to write a perfect speech. Okay, she kept in mind some key points while preparing outline for her speech. Yes, that means you have to keep in mind all the important points. Okay, now so let's have a look at the key points. That means what? The important points. So here are the key points. The speech must begin with a formal address to the audience. The topic must be announced and its context must be explained to the audience. It should grab the attention of the listener right from its opening sentence. A speech should have a catchy introduction to draw the attention of the audience. The body of the speech presents development of the topic with facts and reasoning. The conclusion makes a call for action or an appeal. Here's the final draft of the speech Amber wrote. Topic of the speech: how to keep our surroundings clean. This is how you have to begin. Okay, formal address to the audience. Respected principal, teachers, and my dear friends, today I am going to share with you my thoughts on how to keep our surroundings clean. So first we have to begin with what? Introduction. First is the introduction, after the address. Our surroundings have a huge impact on our well-being. Our growth is often determined by the place where we live, work, or visit. For instance, a room which is tidy, spacious, and properly ventilated produces positive effect on its occupants. Occupants, those who live there. However, if a room is untidy and cluttered, it leads to tedium and the person might feel lethargic, means dull and lazy. That is lethargic. Keeping your surroundings clean is not a Herculean task. Herculean task is something very difficult. One just needs to cultivate some healthy habits. Once we finish our work, we should put everything in its proper place. We should avoid scattering, littering. Yes, a heap of filth means dirt attracts flies and insects and becomes a breeding ground for what? For various diseases. Conclusion. Now this is the conclusion. If our surroundings are clean, our urge to do well gets a boost. I will end my speech with saying that is often heard. What is often heard? That cleanliness is next to godliness. And finally, what you have to say? Thank you. That's all. Nothing more than that. See, look at that girl or lady delivering a speech. Speech is the act or faculty of expressing thoughts, ideas, feelings, etc. By the articulation of words to persuade the audience. Persuade means you try to convince the audience. Coda method. Now what is that coda method? Let's have a look at it. What is coda? C is for collecting, brainstorming of ideas. O stands for organizing the ideas into a outline. And first draft, then editing, E is for editing, and R is for reviewing. So that is coda. Layout of a speech. Introduction presents the topic of the speech and gives audience a glimpse of major points of the speech. Yes. Then body of the speech contains the main points of the speech with focus on details, providing informative or supporting evidence, explain and support the points. Then finally you have the conclusion, summarizes main points of the speech and lays stress on the important details, yes, which has a lasting impact on the audience. See, look at that man, he's delivering a speech there. You should open with an impressive statement that would immediately grab the attention of the readers. It is imperative to make your introduction interesting and captivating. For this purpose, you can begin by a thought-provoking question, an interesting fact, or a relevant quotation. An introduction generally comprises greeting, thesis, statement, and transitions. Greeting. Begin the speech by greeting the audience. We can do it in different ways. Yeah, some prefer to begin the speech by greetings such as good morning, good afternoon, etc. You can also begin the speech by using variety of greeting words such as dear friends, dear colleagues, dear brothers, etc. But at an official function, you can use the greeting respected principal, teachers, and fellow students. Thesis statement. Let's have a look at. Look at who's that? Can you guess? Vladimir Putin. A thesis statement, it is a sentence in the introduction declaring the topic and the purpose of the speech. We should not simply state the topic of the speech in bare form, but transform it into an attractive thesis statement. This will tell your listeners what they can expect to hear and what your objectives are in delivering the speech. Transitions. Let's see what's transition. Transitions are sentences that are used to build expectations and increase interest. Smooth transitions between each of the speech sections, which will make your speech flow in a logical sequence. Transitions allow the audience to stay alert and understand what is coming next. Use transitions every time you change ideas and to ensure that the audience doesn't get lost and all the parts and ideas of the speech are related to each other. You have to remember all these points. Yes, children? Now we come to the main body of the speech. Main ideas, supporting ideas, then evidence. Ah, who's that? Barack Obama. I remember children used to say Barack Obama. It's not your first Barack, second Barack. His name is Barack Obama, not Barack. Okay, children, Barack, ex-president of the United States of America. Do you remember? Okay, very good. An in-depth presentation of the main arguments and ideas of the speech is given in this part. Organize your points on the basis of their importance and relevance. Supporting ideas. Let's see what is supporting ideas. Use a variety of supporting ideas to establish your arguments. Make sure each point is developed completely before going on to the next. Give facts, statistics and testimonies, anecdotes and media reports, etc. as evidences to prove your arguments. Pick up recent incidents familiar to the audience as evidences. Evidence is proof, children. Next, we come to conclusion. How do you conclude your speech? In the last paragraph, you can restate your main points and ideas and emphasize those parts of your speech you really want your audience to remember. You can end your speech with a rhetorical question, quote, or a call for action. Remember to be realistic, candid, and sincere. It is always better to conclude your speech with optimism and a few hints for the solution. Basic guidelines for speech writing, children. This is very important. Please remember, note down vocabulary and grammar. Use a variety of words specific to the topic. Avoid a difficult, high sounding and vague words. Otherwise, what will happen if you use very difficult words? Your audience will not be able to understand. Unity. Each paragraph of the speech should have one major idea conveyed in a single sentence called the topic sentence. All other sentences should contain supporting ideas. Coherence. It implies proper arrangements and interrelation of ideas and sentences. This is very important. All your ideas should be interrelated. That is coherence. Okay, now I have some sample speeches for you for better understanding. Let's have a look at the sample speeches, children. Healthy living. Good morning, respected teachers and my dear friends. I thank my teacher for giving me the opportunity to speak to you on the topic healthy living. Children, this will be very useful. Okay, when you come back to school in the morning assembly, you also have to deliver a speech. So please try to follow this format. It will help you in delivering a good speech. There is one very popular saying, a healthy mind dwells in a healthy body. You have also heard an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Yes, so however, being healthy is not just about what you eat. It is also determined by how you treat your body. All of us want to lead a healthy life, but few of us do what it takes to be healthy. Some of us don't exercise, don't eat healthy. Yes, a majority of people today eat whatever they feel like eating without being bothered about the consequences. Consequences means what is going to happen after that. See, you can look at the picture there. What are those people doing there? The ladies, they are practicing yoga. Physical exercise hardly finds any place in our daily schedule, despite our awareness of the fact that a sedentary lifestyle. Children, let me tell you what is a sedentary lifestyle. These days, all diseases are because of sedentary lifestyle, where your body does not involve in any movement, sitting in one place for a long time. Okay, not doing hard work, physical work. You have to keep moving, doing work. Okay, but if you don't do that, that means your lifestyle is sedentary. Just keep sitting in one place doing nothing. Okay, so that becomes a breeding ground of all sorts of ailments. Ailments means what? Diseases. A healthy living calls for sacrifice and effort. Firstly, we should avoid overeating. Yes, never overeat, children. You often do that in your mess, isn't it? So don't do that. Secondly, some physical exercise is mandatory, means compulsory to keep fit. Thirdly, we must refrain from means keep away from, don't do that. Indulging in harmful activities like smoking and drinking, which might have fatal consequences in the future. Fatal consequences, your healthy lifestyle will be affected, your health will be affected. Many people think that a healthy lifestyle is too hard to follow, but actually it is not so, children. But what they need to realize is that it is only a matter of perception. One needs to make a conscious effort. To sum up, I must remind you once again that if you intend to live long, adopt a healthy living style. Thank you. Children should be totally dissuaded from rote learning. That means learning by heart, and that too what? Without understanding. That is called rote learning by heart. Learning something by heart without understanding is rote learning. Good morning, respected principal, teachers, and my dear friends. I am here to present a speech on the topic children should be totally dissuaded from rote learning. I agree that rote learning before an examination can help achieve good academic scores. But once exams are over, everything learned disappears into oblivion. Oblivion nowhere. You can't even find it. This defeats the basic purpose of education. Unfortunately, our education system is totally exam oriented, and the students have no choice but to memorize redundant facts instead of taking keen interest in knowing the hows and whys and whats of a particular topic. Students just consume what is written in their textbooks and then spill out everything on their answer sheets, that too just by heart and write. Which is of no use actually. Learning always, whenever you indulge in any sort of learning, you have to understand the matter and then learn, then read. Otherwise, it's of no use. Learning must arouse a child's curiosity and help him face the challenges of life. I would like to conclude with a saying by Lawrence Stern. Sciences may be learned by rote, but wisdom not. Thank you. And then you have to write thank you in your speech. Don't forget. Few points to remember, children. Please note down very important points. Your speech must be persuasive. If you are enthusiastic about your topic, then odds are that audiences will be too. A good speech is made for good reason, to instruct, to create awareness, to learn, to action. Remember that too many ideas in your speech can also confuse your audience. Yes, this is very true. Make sure that there is a consistency of tone. There should be a coherence in the ideas presented. Now, children, I have some assignments for you. So you have to write down in your English notebook. Don't forget. Yeah. Children in entertainment industry should be given the same media attention as the one given to grown-up actors. Boarding schools are better than day schools. Children, this is the second topic. You have to write a speech on these topics. Okay. These are your assignments. Okay, children. So don't forget to complete your assignment. Go through the format, the rules, regulations, how to write a good speech. Because every day in the morning assembly, you will get your turn to deliver a good speech. That's all. Thank you and goodbye.